Welcome, Path of the Jaguar. We have a new special guest, first time on the Path of the Jaguar. This is the lovely Monica.
Hello. Oh.
No. I was just, I'm excited for you to be here. You are the first female on Path of the Jaguar. How does it feel?
I just broke history.
Broke history.
Now. This is big. I'm gonna take a sip on that.
Salud.
Salud.
So I'm very happy you came here. I know you mentioned right away that you were interested, and I had you in mind, so this is perfect. We'll get into the all the bullshitting that we could get in a couple seconds. I have to talk to my listeners, my viewers, about some important stuff here.
All right, let's do it.
Have I told you about Unseen Cove, Monica?
You have not.
Unseen Cove. Right now, if you wanted to get like the best T-shirts and hoodies and hats, like cool stuff, funny stuff, like artistic stuff, do you know where you'd go?
Unseen Cove.
Unseen Cove. UnseenCove.com. It's mine and Freddie's project. We've had it up for a bit now. It's just like a fun thing for us, but it's also bringing in money, which is good. It also ties in with this. Dope shit. Check it out. Buy some stuff. Support the podcast and look fresh while you're doing it.
Definitely look into it.
Yes. Now, have you ever heard of solar?
Yes, I have heard of solar.
Yes. So another cool thing for the people out there who've never heard of solar. So apparently there's this way that we can produce electricity, like things that can power cameras and microphones and refrigerators and stuff.
I'm familiar.
Through the sun.
Unbelievable.
Through this unbelievable. How much would you pay?
Energy, man.
Yeah, how much would you pay to get solar on your house and you get to get electricity without having to burn fossil fuels, without killing baby seals? It's just good for the environment. It's all fun. How much would you pay?
I'd pay a nice amount.
You don't have to pay anything.
For free.
Not free. Nothing's free. You pay for electricity.
That's why I was like taken back.
There is email in the description. There are 20 states that we're into. Check them out. Send us an email. We'll set you up with one of our reps that can see if you guys can get it in your house. And after that, you will be officially in the fucking future. Monica, welcome. Now we get to talk. What's good?
Finally.
Yeah, I know.
I talk too much. I can't. That's the longest I've been silent.
Cool. You'll have the next bit to talk shit. I already knew where I wanted to start. I knew exactly what I want to hear because I haven't even caught up with you. I feel like the last time I saw you was with yoga. I think it was the last time I saw you, probably.
Yes, me, you, did Chris?
Chris was there that time. Yeah.
Yes. I need yoga in my life. I think I'm gonna go tomorrow, actually. But yeah, the last time I saw you was yoga, and then I was talking about Europe, and Chris was going to Europe too. Oh wait, you know what? I think the last time I might have saw you was like at Bruna's. Was that before or after?
It's so hard to keep fucking shit straight. Memory's not the same, but we haven't spoken about Europe. That's all I know. If I saw you, we didn't get a chance to speak about it. Okay. You were there for what, like 2-3 weeks?
Like 20 days.
20 days. So yeah, almost 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I was there for a little bit.
Hit me with the countries that you went to.
France, Amsterdam. Well, before Amsterdam, Belgium by accident. And that's a story.
I want to hear that.
I have like a story for every fucking single day.
What a fucking rough life that you have. That you just accidentally stumbled into Belgium.
I ended up in Belgium and had some waffles. So yeah, France, Belgium, Amsterdam, Greece, Italy, and Spain.
Shit.
And then I had a 10-hour layover in London, which was pretty cool.
Okay, so you got to leave the airport.
Yes, I went to go see all the necessities, like Big Ben, the London Eye, and I had to take a picture by the little telephone booth, and I had to be basic, but like I ain't never been to London.
That's the thing, though. If you're on that side of the country, you better fucking take pictures of everything.
It
doesn't matter what it is.
It was an expensive trip from the airport to get to those little fucking area. I was like, damn it, like 17 pounds for just like 20 minutes of my time. I was like, damn. And the pound is a lot more than the fucking dollar.
Yeah,
so.
No, that's fucking wild. Did you get to take a picture with the guards, the royal guard with the afros? No, see, you're not that basic then. You could be that much more basic if you did that.
If I was there during the daytime, I so would have found.
Oh, your layover was at nighttime.
Late, and like it was like I had to make all these visits, because like I would have done that with 10 hours. But the thing was, I got there so I was in Europe during the World Cup, so the games were going on, and I got to like London maybe like around 5-6 o'clock, and that's when Colombia was playing. That's the team I was rooting for originally, because all my friends are Colombian. So
racism.
It's fine. So yeah, they were playing Poland. They won. It was great. I went to a pub, got a beer, burger, watched the game, and then I was killing time at the airport for some reason, and then I was like, I have to go. And then I decided like around 10 o'clock that I'm going to go adventure because my flight wasn't leaving till 5 though.
Okay.
A.m. So I was like, I have time.
Yeah.
And I forget in Europe, like they don't have 24-hour fucking metro systems here.
Okay.
And an Uber would have been a fortune. So I was like, I went to go to the train people. They're like, oh yeah, so like it takes an hour to get to where you want to go. And the last train's at 12 and it was 10. So I got to the place that I needed to be at like 11:10. So as soon as I got out the train, I was like, where is all of this? And thank God it was like all in the same area, the same vicinity. And I was like, yo, you take a picture of me right here.
It was just you.
Yeah, because at that point, Alexa left me to go to Colombia because she was going to be. That
How'd
bitch took a fucking longer. I don't know. I don't know how I survived. It was only 10 hours in London by myself, though, so I was going to be all right. I think I had faith in myself.
Good. Well, you're here.
I'm still here, alive,
I have to ask about Belgium. How did you accidentally, like, that like, that was still in the back of my head. I was not going to let you run away with that.
All right, so this is when I realized I don't fuck with French people anymore. I was fine with, because like when we went to France, we went to go visit our friend that he studied abroad in New Paltz, our freshman year, and then he went back. So we were mad close, and I told him, I was like, I'm going to Europe, I'm going to France, I'm going to Paris, and he lives in Paris. He's like, oh, come through. You guys can have the keys to my apartment. You guys can crash here for the. It was only like 3 days that we were staying in France, so it was like lit. We ain't gotta pay for shit. So everything was fine in France. I was having a great time. I was like, people are fine. The only thing in France is that like people don't really care to understand you if you don't fucking and French is hard. French is fucking hard. I don't understand any of it. So then
they have no patience. Like
they have no patience.
Like,
they're
I'm
like,
not dealing with this.
I don't care. And then
Yeah,
I'd be like, can I get a chocolate croissant? And they're like, what? And then I'm like, chocolate croissant. And they're like, I was like, chocolate. And they're like, oh, chocolate croissant. I was like, you couldn't get that from fucking chocolate croissant? Like, they were mad annoying. I was like, it's like very similar, I feel. So
yeah, that would annoy the shit out of me. It's like, you couldn't have.
And then like, I was like, Wi-Fi. And they're like, and I'm like, Wi-Fi? And they're like, oh, Wi-Fi.
No.
Yo, I was like dead ass, my nigga. Like, I was tight. Anyway, how I got to Belgium. So we bought our tickets. Like, we bought a direct train. This is the only train that we took in Europe because everything was flights because whatever, it was cheapest. And
yeah, it's kind of crazy how cheap the flights are.
It's ridiculous.
Because they're short.
And it's shorter than taking a train. So that was the only one that we bought prior to leaving to Europe. So our train was leaving from France to get to Amsterdam directly at 6 a.m. We go out the night before till like 4 a.m. But we packed all our stuff. It was ready to go. And then we got back to my friend's apartment at 4 a.m. And we're like, oh, we have a little bit of time. And she's like, and Alexa's like, yo, let's take a 15-minute nap. I was like, bet. We wake up at fucking 7 a.m. because our dumbasses didn't put an alarm. So stressful. So then I was like, okay,
I can feel
whatever.
the stress.
So like, we're like getting our shit ready and we're like, yo, bye, Kuto. It's time to go. Quentin. It's like either or, and that's what you can call him.
Who's that?
My friend that I was staying
Gotcha.
with. Quentin
Yes.
Kuto, however you want to say it.
How do you know this guy?
He studied abroad.
Got it. You did say that.
Yeah.
You did say that. Okay.
So then we're like fucking taking this metro one last. First of all, the metro systems in Europe super clean, super nice, but that's because they shut down for a period of time and they have time to clean them.
And it's not in New York, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, but like New York will never do that.
No way.
Hell
no. And it's so old. There's no fixing or cleaning at this point. It's too much work.
Also, it's a city that never sleeps, so
yeah, it's gonna be gross forever.
Yeah.
Until the whole city's underwater.
But then I came back appreciating the metro system because I was like, yes, there's always a fucking train. Yes, it might be delayed. Yes, there might be a smelly man next to me, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. A little worse than smelly, you know.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've seen some fucking crazy people
next
living
to
here.
me. I don't even know.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so we're rushing there. We get there, and I'm like, what do I was like, what do? I miss my train. And like every single fucking person that I asked was like, but why'd you miss your train? And I was like, does it really fucking matter at this point? Like, I was like, I overslept, and they're like, but why? But I'm like, So every single person was like, but why? Literally every single one. Why did you miss your train? I'm like, what? Like, what is
why
like?
does
If
that
my
matter?
why does it matter? Like,
I need to get
if
there.
my answer is like whatever. So we finally get to the person that we have to ask, and I was like, and then she was like, of course, like, why'd you miss your train? And I was like, we overslept. And then, whatever. She's like, I was like, can we use this ticket though, like to go for the next train, like whatever. Like I'm thinking like the LIRR, you could still use the same ticket. Mm-hmm. No, you have to buy a new ticket. And I'm like, all right, how much is the new ticket? 60 euros each. And I was like, all right, first L. It's fine.
First
L. It hurt me though. I was like, we're still in France. That's our first country.
But it doesn't stop there. It sounds like.
No. So I'm like, all right, fine. So we buy our tickets, right? And she knows we have to get to Amsterdam. And then, so, like, I'm like, thank God I brought my fucking pen because I was stressed as fuck. And she's like, the next train leaves at 9. And it was like 7. I was like, all right, soak my pen. Like, it's like 7:38, whatever. And then I'm, like, looking at the ticket, and it says Brussels. And I'm like, Brussels, Belgium. And I'm like, Alexa, why is our ticket say Brussels, Belgium?
Wait, you guys didn't hop on the train yet?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah, the fucking spy network. Yeah, ignore that.
Oh shit, there's gonna be a problem because I went to the
that's
fucking
is that what
Europe
Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Whatever. I'm gonna call her the bird. Because she's a bird ass nigga.
Yeah, I gotta unplug that thing. That's a good point.
I also have a story on that thing. Anyway, so I'm like, Alexa, I'm about to flip the fuck out on this fucking French lady, and she's like, don't, because like we can't get arrested here. So I was like, you're right. So she goes and speaks to this lady, and she's like, she comes back, and she's like, all right, so I have some news. And she was like, because like, she asked her, she's like, is this going to Brussels? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, so are we making a transfer there to get to Amsterdam? And she's like, mm-hmm. And she's like, she's like, can we use this same ticket for the transfer? And she's like, no, you're gonna have to buy a new ticket. And she's like, how much is the new ticket to get from there to Amsterdam? 90 euros each. And she's like, no, bitch, like literally no, fuck you. I'm gonna like wait till I get to.
There was no direct train? Is that what
no more direct fucking.
Because of the time.
But the thing is, I wouldn't care, but you didn't say anything. Like this whole time you see is stressing about going to Amsterdam, and she doesn't say anything, and she gets us a fucking train to Brussels. Bitch. So I'm like,
sounds like you're gonna have a good time.
Alexa was like, no, we're gonna buy this we're gonna figure it out in Belgium. And we had our friend from New Paltz studying abroad in Belgium at the time, so she was there.
Yeah, fucking connections everywhere.
Yeah, we had connects everywhere. So she was like, whatever. I hit up Brandy. I told her we're coming. We're gonna figure it out in Belgium. And then Alexa got pressed on the train by these like 45-year-old women. I don't know. I like this because like Alexa was just looking at these ladies. There was like a squad of them like next to us, and we're just like, and I guess they just like they caught a bad vibe of us, and like they didn't catch anything on me, but then these old ladies were like, problem, and then Alexa's like, what? And then she's like, problem, and she's like, oh, problem, and then Alexa gets ratchet, so she was like, oh no, but like there's about to be a problem, and then so like I was like, Alexa. We get to Belgium. We get a Belgian waffle. I had my delirium, like fresh from Belgium. So
that must have been dope.
So good. The best.
How long were you guys in Belgium? The best beer,
literally 3 hours. And
that's the cool thing about Europe, that you can just do that. Yeah. You had to do it. And
we met up with her friend. She had a beer with us. She kind of went souvenir shopping. I made her try delirium for the first time. I was like, you're in Belgium and you haven't even tried this yet? Like, bruh. And she's like, it's my favorite beer now. I was like, I know. I love it. So then, then we finally and when we got to fucking Belgium, the people were 1,000 times nicer, 1,000 times more helpful. And when we got there, we asked the guy, I was like, yo, this is what happened. Because he was, of course, was like, well, why'd you miss your train?
Why is that
And
a
I
question?
was
Like, why is that a thing? I'm so curious now.
I literally don't know. And I was
Why
just
did
like,
you miss your train?
we
What do you
overslept.
think? Like,
Because
on
then they're
purpose?
like, because then I kind of got it, because they were like, well, if it was a train's fault, then we can refund you and get you a new ticket, kind of thing. But because it's your fault,
okay.
you're a dickhead. So like,
You have to find out the really good lie, like.
yeah, but like I was
the
just
train
like, but
juked me.
why does it matter?
That makes sense. They were trying to help you out, but it's a ridiculous question.
But the guy was really nice in Belgium. He was like, all right, I'm going to find the most convenient way for you guys to get there and the cheapest. I was like, bet. So he gets us like a bus that gets from Belgium to Amsterdam in like 3 hours. I was like, that's fine, whatever. For 23 euros total for me and her, instead of 90 euros each. I was like, that bitch. I still want to kill her. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's funny that the stereotype comes up a lot about French people. Like, that's such a common one.
Everyone told me. They warned me.
What is it? Is it? Because I also hear that it's towards Americans usually, but then I also hear it's just generally. It's like,
I just hear they're rude people and they're racist. But their whole fucking soccer team is black, so I don't know.
Hey, whatever for the cup, right?
Yeah, whatever for the cup. Anyway.
Did you get to see like? Oh, go ahead.
What did I get to see as?
Oh no, I was gonna say like, cause I was gonna ask about like, cause me, if I'm gonna go to Europe, I'm gonna hit like all like the ancient spots, like Rome, the Colosseum. Like I'm, that's what I was gonna ask next.
So in France, I went to the Louvre. I saw Mona Lisa. She's very small, very, very small.
Like, cause you were far, or like
it's just a small painting. It's like
really
like this big.
No fucking
way. It's
way.
like the size of like a paper. Yeah.
No fucking
and
way.
It's
this whole time I thought it was
with like bulletproof glass. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was high in the Louvre, was smoking my pen. It was great. No one knows. And then where else did we?
They're
go?
on to you now.
Oh, first of all, France is beautiful. Paris is beautiful.
That's
like
something you always
we went
hear.
to the Lock Bridge. We went to Arc de Triomphe. The Arc de Triomphe
I don't
thing.
know what that is.
Yeah, because they cut off everything in front.
What is that?
Arc de Triomphe, like kind of like that.
What is it?
It's like this. It's like a little monument. It's like it looks like a arch.
The glass thing?
It's like an arch. No, that's the Louvre.
That's the Louvre. Okay, yeah,
It's
I'm very
arch.
uneducated in this.
What's good, Freddie?
Yep.
I don't know. Like, look it up.
Yeah,
we'll look it up later.
Cool.
There's a lot of shit that I saw that I was like, I feel like, obviously the Eiffel Tower. We got lit in front of the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, we bought a bottle of wine. Oh, and then we met while on our way to Europe. These kids were in front of us, and they were like, "Yo, are you guys backpacking?" And we're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh my god, us too." It's like it was like 2 guys and a girl, and they were from Texas, and they had like to do a transfer because we left from Newark, New Jersey. And then they found us in front of the Eiffel Tower, and we got lit with them in front of the Eiffel Tower, daytime drunk. Then we got dinner with them. It was cool. And then one of them actually hit me up when I got to New York because he had like a layover in New York again to get cartridges off me because he hit my pen. He was like, "Yo, these cartridges are so late." He came to where I work at Home of Astoria, picked the cartridges up, and then he went back to the airport and left for Texas.
That's dedicated.
And then because he had like another trip after, he was going to Mexico for like 2 weeks, and he's like, "I'm gonna need it." And I'm like, "I got you." So I was the plug internationally.
You have international police on you now. That's it.
Yeah,
they're on to you. I forgot that you mentioned that you guys were backpacking.
Yeah,
any
we
tips
like
on that?
semi-backpacked.
Okay, like you guys would stay at a hotel here and there and stuff like that?
We stayed at Airbnbs.
Okay.
And then like our friend's house in France. And then Alexa had an uncle in Barcelona. So that was lit. And then Spain was covered. Spain was covered because like she had a cousin that actually, I don't know if you met him. He came to visit like this past summer. Like when we came back, he was here for like a month.
Maybe not.
And he lives in Palma de Mallorca.
Okay.
And he's in the army. So he met us in Ibiza when we went for like that one day. And he knew people in Ibiza. So he got us like all the fun stuff. And then his mom lives in Madrid. So we went to Madrid and we had a place to stay. It was great.
So you had a place in Madrid. You had a place in France.
Barcelona.
You knew someone
Ibiza.
in Belgium.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys had it easy.
And then
somewhat.
Greece, Italy, and Amsterdam was all Airbnbs. Except for Mykonos, we did a hostel.
Okay.
That was cool. That was my first time in a hostel. It was pretty dope. It was like on the beach. It kind of looked like camp.
Okay.
But like it was dope because me and Alexa had. I'm waiting for her to go back on. Me and Alexa had a private, so like no people we didn't know weren't in there, and it was just like a 2-person. So like we each had a bed. Literally, it was just a bed, a nightstand. They had a fan and like outlets. I was like, that's literally all we need. Like, put our shit there.
Yeah, I've always heard like that's the way to do it. Is go to hostels.
It was dope. It was $20 a night, and like we were there for a night and like a day night. But like we raged the last night, so we were like, let's just put it in a daytime locker. We have like the day pass to do everything that's in the hostel because like they have a beach, they have the pool, they have a DJ bar. Like, they do braiding and shit. And then there's a communal bathroom. And
were the hostels, like, sketchy at all?
No, it was, like, an outdoor hostel. It was cool. Like it wasn't sketchy at all. A bed. Inside. It was, like, let me show you. It was, like, a hut. And then there was, like, 2 beds in there. But, like, and you had a little key. It was interesting, man.
That's cool. Because I would want to do it that way as well.
It was...
Yeah, because that's everybody's dream is to, like, go to your backpack, hit a bunch of different
everyone was, like,
so.
mad. They were like, oh, my God, he went to a hostel. And I was like... Yeah, but, like, we had a private, and it was cheap, and it was on the beach, and it was lit. And, like, we were, like, 5 minutes walking to the main beach in Mykonos, which is Paradise Beach. It's, like, the first nudist beach. Yeah, I saw some things.
Some Belgian sausages?
Some Greek sausages. And, oh, my God, that shit was crazy. In Mykonos, we were blessed with this man called Albert.
Okay.
Named Albert.
Man called Albert. That's his full name, right?
He's like a 50, 60-year-old man who's very flamboyant. He's actually French, and he lives in LA now, but he's been to Mykonos like 30 times. He was telling us the do's and don'ts of Mykonos, and then he's like, just like, whatever you do, don't smoke weed, or don't get caught smoking weed.
That bad.
In Mykonos. And I was like, and we lost, like, when I was, like, going from Amsterdam to Greece, because, like, from Amsterdam we went to Santorini, the first island. It was Santorini, Mykonos, and Athens. I don't know, when I got to Santorini, I looked in my backpack, and the cartridge was gone. But I still had my pen. But, like, I disconnected it because, like, I just didn't want it together in case, like, whatever. Yeah. And my cartridge was gone, and I was, because we didn't use it at all, the pen in Amsterdam, because we're buying real weed here, and I tripped balls in Amsterdam.
Just straight off weed?
Oh my God, no! We tried truffles.
Cool.
There's this place called Coco Pelli's in Amsterdam, and you go in, it looks like a nice, cute little souvenir shop, has a view of a canal, and like, it's mad zen in there, and then you just see, like, when you're going to pay. The counter is just full with all these psychedelic drugs and, like, all this shit. And this is the place that you go to buy shrooms and truffles or whatever. And I was like, so we want to buy truffles, shrooms, mushrooms. Like, oh, cool. Have you guys ever tripped before? And we're like, yeah.
So
and they're
cool.
like, so how many times, like, approximately? And, like, what are you guys doing today? I was like, we're riding bikes. We're going to possibly go to a museum. And we're going to go on a canal cruise. And then she's like, all right, so you're trying to get, like, a medium light trip with a lot of visuals. And I'm like, yeah. Give me what you got. She's like, Dolphins Delight. That's so the one for you.
Cool.
And I was like, bet. So we both got a box each. And she's like, don't eat 3 hours before. Don't drink on it. And I was like, at that point, I was, like, ready to take it. And I already had a huge-ass pancake in Amsterdam. So in our 3-hour digestion, we got the bikes, our tickets for the canal cruise. It was like the lovers
the
canal.
adult things, right?
The lovers canal cruise.
Ah, that's cute.
Honestly, everyone on this trip thought we were fucking like newlyweds, and I'm like, no. And then so whatever, we ended up getting the museum tickets for like our last day, and so we got our bikes and the canal cruise for that same day. And then we took the truffles in front of the Van Gogh Museum. Everything in Amsterdam is like fantasy land, like. Everything was so green.
Like...
Everything was so green. Everyone's having a great time because they're probably on some type of drug and like, Heineken was like,
the big thing.
That's like the homeland of Heineken. Yeah. So yeah, then we started tripping and we're like, all right, let's go ride our bikes. And like everyone in Amsterdam is riding bikes. Everyone. I fell on my face in Amsterdam.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you do mushrooms and ride a bike. I'd imagine.
Yeah, but that was like during my come down. So. Okay. I have a story before that. So
whatever. You go to Europe, you get come back with a lot of stories.
We're riding and like, you know, we're like seeing things, and then we find this park, but we're like, let's find where the canal cruise is first, so we don't like miss it, because it's like at 7 p.m. And it was like the afternoon, so we found this park right next to the canal cruise, like where it's gonna be, and it's like this beautiful park. Everyone's riding bikes. Everyone's like, it's like picnics, and there's water fountains and like statues everywhere. So we fucking pick a place in front of this fish-looking like statue, and we're just, you know, like, oh, what does that look like to you? What do you think? What do you see? And we're like looking at the clouds, and like we're having, you know, the trippy moments. Yeah. And then we're laying down, and I guess like our legs were kind of intertwined. So
kind of. Okay.
So then this man is like riding his bicycle. This black man, his name is, well, we'll get to that. He's riding his bike, and he like just stops by us, and he's like in his broken ass English, he's Dutch. What is the meaning of this? And I'm like, oh great, now we have to talk to people. I was like, what? And he's like, you know. And I was like, oh, you think we're lovers, right?
He's trying to squeeze in between.
And he was like, yeah. And I was like, no. And she's like, I have a boyfriend. And I was like, I'm single but not, like, and whatever. And he's like, oh, all right. And I was like,
so that was the answer he wanted.
But, like, I didn't, like, get creepy vibes off him. I just felt like he was socially awkward.
That's just super friendly.
And he had, like, a man purse. And, like, he was just, like, he wasn't, like, gay. He just, like,
flamboyant,
socially awkward.
Okay. Because that's such a weird thing to go, like,
and, you know, Europeans are all fucking, like, they're all up in your face. Like, they like to kiss and hug and touch and, like, relax.
It's too friendly.
So then imagine going up to somebody so then he, like, parks his bike. And then he's, like, just talking to us. And I'm just, like... And then my dumbass asks what his name, and after I asked him what his name, he parks his bike and like sits down cross-legged, like by us, like, and I'm like, great, now we're about to have a conversation. So we're talking. He's like a 30-year-old man living by himself. His like family, he's like actually from Brazil. Like I'm like, cause he's dark. I'm like, you ain't Dutch. Like you cannot just be born here.
Dutch chocolate.
No, he was like, his family's like from some small part in Brazil, whatever. And then he's just like sitting down, and then his name is Ludwig, by the way.
Ludwig, that's a cool name. I think that's what I'm gonna name my kid now.
Yeah, Ludwig.
Yeah, poor
maybe
kid.
not after I tell you the story. So then he's like, we're talking. I don't know where the conversation got to this point, but it got to lotion, like the topic of lotion. And then cause like he's like talking about his lotion like it's some exotic ass shit. So I'm like, oh my god, what kind of lotion do you use? And he's like, oh, I have it right here. And he, like, pulls it out of his little man purse, and it's, like, Nivea. I'm like, bro, I know Nivea. And he's like, yeah, it's so good. And I'm like, yeah. And then he looks at my feet, and he's like, so dry. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, he, like, starts massaging my feet, Michael, with the lotion. Like, going in, like, between each toe, like, really, but the most gentle massage I've ever received.
A nice
like,
free foot massage is a pretty good deal.
Alexa's, like, dying on the other side, and I'm just, like, I was, like, I guess after, because, like, in France, we walked fucking forever in a day. Like, I put miles on these little feet, just in fucking France and Belgium. And then... whatever, he's massaging my feet, like, and I'm just like, okay.
Sounds like Ludwig has a fucking foot fetish.
That's what Alexa's.
It has to be.
Alexa's
Come on, like, who touches a random person's
She's
feet?
like crying and like laughing
nice.
right now, and she's like, yo, I think he has a foot fetish, bro. Yeah. And I'm like, Ludwig, do you have a foot fetish? And he's like, what? He's like, what is that? And I was like,
just keep it going.
And then he goes, turn over, and I'm like, what? And he's like, no, turn over. You know, the back of your feet. And I'm like, okay. I'm just like awkwardly like turning over, and he's like legit massaging my feet, and everyone's like, every time I tell a person the story, they're like, but why did you let him touch your feet? And I was like, I swear I didn't get creepy vibes. So he's just massaging my feet, and then he looks at Alexa and he's like, so dry, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, and then I start fucking dying laughing.
That must be hilarious.
And this whole interaction is fucking hysterical. Going in, and we're just like, honestly, this is a great massage. Like, we can't even. And then we're really trying to like speed up the process. I'm like, yo, we have a canal cruise at like 7, because he's like asking like what we're doing today and the whatever. And then he finally like sits in like his little pretzel style. Like he's like doesn't like enter our bubble, but he really had some. He's like such beautiful. He kissed Alexa's feet, bro. He had a foot fetish. Like he was like such beautiful souls. Oh my god, so dry, so dry. And I was like, oh my god,
like,
yo.
Oh, cool. The Americans always let me touch their feet. Let's get it.
Like, yo. And then when we left, when we were about to leave, he's like, do you guys have email? And I was like, email? Like, I was like, thank God, because I didn't want to give you like my number, WhatsApp, whatever. And then he's like, we're like, yeah. So we gave him our email. And then, like, as we're leaving...
Fucking year is it?
I don't know, man. Ludwig is in another world.
Yeah, I guess the email thing is not the weirdest thing about it.
And then I'm, like, leaving. We're leaving to go to the canal cruise. And then I'm like, yo, Alexa, what if we just made that whole shit up? What if he wasn't even real? And I was like, yo, if I was like, what if he emails us? Like, if he emails us, he was real. Also, like, we both saw him. We both got a foot massage. There was, like, no way. And
you never tripped with somebody?
And then she's like, what if we just, like, encountered the park weirdo? Like, everybody knows that don't talk to this nigga because he's going to massage your feet. So we're like, whatever. We're trying to exit this park. And as we're exiting this park, this is, like, the third fucking bachelorette party. Because, like, you know, Amsterdam is, like, the red light district, sex, sin, everything. So there's 1,000 bachelor parties, like, and bachelorette parties just walking around, like, in groups, like, fucked up. And this guy was literally, like, in a suit with, like, kisses everywhere. That's
real?
how the suit came. Like,
okay, that's the...
And, like, they were, like, I don't know, they look Guyanese to me. And they're all, like, trying to, like, dance. They're like, oh, you dance bachata. Because, like, they could tell that we're Hispanic. And then we're like, all right, we got to go. Alexa has a flat tire. She has to shit her pants. Like, she's like, Monica, I have to shit. Like, we got to go. And I'm like, all right, we're finally exiting the park. She's like, Monica, I have to shit. I was like, okay. So then we get to the canal cruise. And then that's the other annoying thing about fucking Europe. You have to pay to pee everywhere, like to use the bathroom.
You have to pay to use the bathroom?
Like euros, like 25 euro, like a euro or 2 euros.
How many?
Like
okay.
You said I was like thinking 25 cents.
25 cents, okay.
But like a euro or 2 to like use the bathroom. It's really annoying because like I just sometimes I just didn't have the fucking coins handy. But I mean, I guess it's kind of like similar when you have to buy something to use the bathroom here. But like,
Someone's cleaning the toilet. That's where the money's going.
So there was this place in front of the canal cruise. She goes inside. She just like asks nicely, and they just let her in. And she comes out. And she's like, "Bro," she was in there for like 30 minutes, and I was like, "Oh my god, we have to get on this cruise. Like they're gonna leave without us." And I was like, "My friend's in there. Please don't leave," because Dutch is even harder than French. But they were nicer. They understood like my like sign language. And then so Alexa comes out. She's like, "Yo, I just had like some white chick scene in that bathroom. Like I levitated off the bathroom seat." And I was like, bro, she was red, yo, like nah, okay. And then we get on this lovers canal cruise. It was mad nice after she shit her pants. Like it was really nice. Oh, and then we're like after the cruise, we're like trying to find a place to like fix this bike because I was like, oh, now I have to pay for this bike because like it's a flat tire. But all I needed was some air. We found a place, and they put air in it for free. Then this is where I fell.
You can't pee for free.
That'd
be crazy.
But you can get some air for free. It's crazy. So riding, and then I'm like, now it's chilly because it's the beginning of June, so it's ready, like fall. It's like it's like not like summer yet. Like it's kind of chilly. It's still spring kind of over there.
How long goes this?
June, the beginning of June.
Okay.
And then everything closes early too, and I'm like, Alexa, we need to.
In Amsterdam.
Yeah, and we didn't bring like in Europe in general.
But in Amsterdam is closing early. That sounds like a
some
weird
places,
place.
like shops and stuff, they close early.
Not the brothels though.
Oh no, those stay open all night. And then so I'm like, I need to find a jacket because I'm cold now, and like we didn't pack jackets obviously, or like so I was like, let's just like find a place to get like a windbreaker or whatever. And in Amsterdam, there's a lot of trams, so like you know those buses and then, like the wheels, like
I'm familiar.
Okay, so we're like trying to speed to find a place because it's like getting late, and I see Alexa across the street, and I was like, I'm following behind her, but there's cars, so I was like, I have to wait. So I'm like letting these people come, and I see this bus coming. I was like, I got it. I'll beat the bus. It's fine. No. So as I like get on my bike to like make a dash to not hit, like to avoid getting hit by the bus. So the trams have like these little indents on the floor, so
like
the
groove,
wheels,
so it sticks in it. Yeah,
the wheels get in there. My fucking wheel got stuck in it, and I just like fall in front of tram, whatever. And like my chanclas go this way, my sunglasses go this way. I think my left nipple's out. Like it's fucking. I was like, oh my god, I'm dead. Cause like I was trying to avoid the bus and I fall right in front of the bus. And then all these Dutch people like see me like collapse. Alexa just turns around. She just sees me pop back up, and like they're getting my bike. They literally took all my belongings. Like this tram is like beeping. Like yo, get the fuck out the way. I'm gonna kill you. And I'm just like disheveled as fuck. And they're like, oh my god, they like have all my shit. They're like, so nice, these Dutch people. They spoke no
Massage
English.
your feet, pick up your shit.
They spoke no English, and I'm like, this is my come down. I'm like, oh fuck. And Alexa's like, what happened? And I'm like looking at these Dutch people. I'm like, how bad is it? And they're like, it's pretty bad. And then like she's like, your chin. I was like, cause I was like, I don't know how I felt. I was like, my hands are fine. Like my leg, my chin broke my fall. Like my face hit the ground.
You literally landed on your face.
I took a dip, Michael.
Damn, you were tripping.
My fucking chin hit the ground.
You probably started falling and gripped
I know
onto the handles tighter.
Alexa's an EMT, so she's like looking at my chin and she's like, you're like this close. You don't need stitches, but like you're like this close to getting stitches. Like you're lucky it's not that deep to get, because like that would fucking suck.
Yeah, you don't
but
look
free
like you're scarred or
healthcare
anything.
And it healed so nicely.
Yeah, you're fine.
Like I was like, fuck, now I have to go on this whole trip with a fucking like, and then they fucking give me. I asked for a Band-Aid in this one place where we got the jacket, and like it was like a pad on my fucking face, and I was like, Alexa, we need to go smoke some weed right now. Like, I'm stressed.
You're in the right place for it.
I know, it was great. All these
you said something about
shops.
healthcare. You ended up going to like a hospital or something?
Yeah, in Italy. That's another story.
Okay.
Like, I went to Ibiza, I went to Mykonos, but I died in Rome. For real died in Rome.
Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, thank you. So, yeah, that was Amsterdam. Now
I want to like talk about the fact that you just walk into a shop and there are like mushrooms and all these things.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking wild that she can actually give you like a recommendation. Like I can't wait till we have something like that.
Oh, I'll see like based on what you're doing, I got you. Like I know exactly Dolphins Delight really made us trip balls.
Yeah, because instead we're like buying them off random people out here. You don't know what's in it, what the dose is. There's no recommendation. No, you want to go for a bicycle ride? Eat this. You're going to go fucking sit in the park. You want to trip? Try that. Like, that's what we need. Like, same thing with weed. You want to buy it off some random dude who sells weed, or you might...
It's like buying beer over there. It's, like, really easy.
So much better. Because that's where people have a lot of problems with drugs, is because they don't know what the fuck they're smoking, what they're eating. Yeah. But now you have someone who's actually giving you, like, a professional opinion. That's fucking dope.
Like, things could be...
America, get your shit together.
Things could be better here.
Things could get better. We'll get there, but it's... By the time we get to that point, I'm going to be bored with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be not
maybe
that
never.
fun anymore. I don't think
Yeah,
that.
probably never. Probably not something like mushrooms or something.
No.
But you said you died in Rome.
Yeah.
What happened there?
The best part is after I went to church in Rome. Because I went to Vatican City. So, first of all, that place is beautiful.
Yeah, that's definitely on my list.
Spectacular. Like, wow. So, we get up super early in Rome because, like, you have to get there early or you were never going to get through it. So, we woke up, like, at 6, got there, like, at 7-ish, and we got a tour for 8 a.m. I was, like, lit because I was, like... Because we went through some museums in France, in Amsterdam. We went, like, to the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam. And, like, I was like, I know these paintings. And I'm just, like, I literally... And then we're, like, looking. I'm like, this is nice, right? Like, we have no idea what's going on. And then, whatever. So I was like, okay, we need to get a tour. We need to get a tour.
Sorry, because we went from mushrooms to now you seeing paintings in Rome.
Oh,
is there any way to sneak... that's now in my mind. Like I want to stop in Amsterdam first, stock up so that I can see dope paintings and dope architecture.
I mean, if you take a train, it's very
right.
easy
It's not like there's not crazy security on the
but
train.
I don't know.
Planes, obviously.
You can't take. I don't think you can take a train from Amsterdam to Italy. That's the thing.
Okay, not directly.
That's what I'm saying. Get your pen. Don't lose it
okay.
in the transfers of flights and shit, but get a pen. That was like a lifesaver for France.
Okay.
And Belgium, and that's it. Because we didn't use it in Amsterdam, and then when we got to Greece, we're like, oh shit, where'd it go? It's gone. So we smoked some weed in Mykonos, and it was really good.
Wasn't that the place you were not supposed to smoke?
Yeah, the one place that we weren't supposed to smoke, and we got away with it. We met some Albanians. and they smoked us up. And then people are like, don't hang out with Albanians, they'll steal your shit.
Mm-hmm.
We broke every single rule that everyone told us not to do. I'm like, this is how taken happens. And then we're just like, I don't know, people were praying for us because we survived every single bad situation we put ourselves in.
But that's what you're supposed to do in Europe.
I guess. Oh my God. Everyone's like, you're a fucking moron. Oh my God. I have a story for Pisa too.
Where?
Pisa, Italy.
Okay.
So in Italy, we went to Pisa, Florence, and Rome. Maybe I'll tell you the Pisa story.
How many days were you guys in Italy then?
Literally, these are like 3-4 days in each country, except for Greece. Greece, we were there for a week, but we had like 2-3 days in each island.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Athens was dope. But like you only need 2 days in there to see the ruins and shit. But Santorini was breathtaking. I recommend it if you have a significant other because it's such a romantic place and like the views are stunning. The best seafood I ever had in my life, if you're into that. But in Pisa, so we get to Italy at like 5, Rome. But we booked an Airbnb in Pisa for 2 nights and then Rome for 2 nights because my cousin, she went before me and she's like, you should get an Airbnb in Pisa because it's like close to Florence. But I didn't know it was 4 hours away from fucking Rome. And then we got there at 5 and then like the next train there was until 8 p.m. And then our Airbnb host is like, the buses stopped running to my like place at 8 p.m. So I'm like, I was like, we'll take an Uber or a cab, whatever. We get to fucking Pisa. And of course, the night that we're there, they're like celebrating some saint of Pisa. So like there's no cabs. And I'm like, because they're all on detours because everyone's on the streets and like it's like a light festival and like everyone's walking drunk, whatever. And I'm like, of course, like he failed to mention that. And I'm like, great, how are we? And I was like, how far is it from like Pisa Central Station, like where the train leaves us in Pisa? An hour and a half walk. And I'm like, with our big ass fucking backpacks, and we went to the supermarket in Rome to get like shit for like the Airbnb. We got a bottle of tequila, mozzarella cheese, and prosciutto. That was what we got in the supermarket. Essentials.
Exactly.
And some cherries and like some water. That's it. I don't know what we were thinking. And then we get there and we hear all this fucking fantastic news. And this guy, he's also like doing this own trip. He's from Chile. So I'm like, cool. And he's like, oh, I'll walk with you guys because I have to walk to my place too. And he has no idea. I'm like, okay, cool. So we walk 30 minutes in and we see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm like, cool. We got to see it at night. Shit is beautiful. And like, whatever. His hotel was like right by there. And I was like, we still have an hour to go. It's fine. He's like, I'll walk you guys. It's like, I'm worried. I was like, yo, I'd be worried too. But like, no, it's fine because then you have to walk back by yourself. Like, no, it's fine. Like, we'll be okay. And we had Alexa had her little pocket knife. That's it. And us.
Oh, yeah,
like, we have hands.
Perfectly safe. Pocket knife.
And we're like thinking it's going to be fine because everyone's out on the streets and there's lights and whatever. So then we keep walking and then there's no more people. I'm like, great. And it's dark as fuck. And I'm like, great. And then like we asked this guy before we leave all these people like where this is, like our address. And they're like, that's not Pisa. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not Pisa? And he's like, that's like a little outside of Pisa. And I'm just like, and he's like, that's like Toscana. That's like Tuscany. And I'm like, that's why it's mad fucking far. And I'm like, So we're walking. And then
why did you guys start in Pisa?
Because we want to do, because like, it's like Pisa, Florence, Rome. So
no, I mean like how were you guys on foot in Pisa if you guys were?
We got there by train.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you guys are just getting there. Okay.
Yeah, this is our fucking first night in Italy. It was a lot.
Good way to start it.
It was a lot, and then so we're like, okay. Literally, the maps. Thank God I have like T-Mobile. Like you can go internationally. Mm-hmm. It's just like you have 2G speed. It's whatever. But it was working. So it was like. It says literally go straight down this road and then make a right. It's like countryside.
I'm gonna make you flip your phone. I feel like every time like me and you both like that's how we are with our phones.
Yeah,
we're like fucking
it's horrible.
It's like that moth meme that's been floating around.
Yeah. So like
ooh, let me actually stop you for a sec. Freddie, did you want to say what up and did you want to get into your room? Okay, you can go on at any point because I know you were trying to get into it. Cool, got it.
He's hearing these fantastic stories.
There you go.
So, literally straight and a right, but we still have an hour to go. So we're walking, and we see. I was like, Alexa, we might as well kill this bottle while we walk, because it's a Saturday night. What else are we gonna fucking do?
Hey, it's dark. We don't know where we're at. We might as well be drunk while we're doing it.
We were planning to go out that night, but we fucked everything up.
Say what up.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah.
Hello.
First girl on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're all about equality here at Path of the Jaguar, everybody.
Oh my God. Yes. I was gonna say something corny about.
Go for it, please.
We'll save it for the end.
We'll save it for the end. Cool. Sounds good to me.
So we're walking, and then there's no more people, and it's just dark, and then like it's just like this highway kind of thing. So it's only cars and bikes, and like we're gonna get hit because like we have no lights on us, and like there's no sidewalk, so we just have to really. And like I'm like, there's like I hear things and like animals are gonna attack us. I don't fucking know. And I'm like this whole trip I was sweating. Like there was not a day that I wasn't like sweating my ass off.
Sense.
Like. Also, we were walking with these heavy-ass backpacks everywhere. So then we're walking, and then I was like, Alexa was like, oh, my God, our fucking portable charger. It's like this like panel thing. It lights up. We figured this out like 2 days ago, like before this moment. And I was like, bet, put that shit on your backpack. As soon as we put it on the backpack, a car pulls up, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, this could either be really good. But we're not drunk. Like, we've taken at least 10 shots each, and we're not drunk. I think it's because we're on high alert right now.
You're sweating.
You're working it out.
Yeah,
and
the
it's
high
just
alert
like,
thing, I'm sure,
I'm
too.
like surprised. I'm like, shit. Any other night, I'd be wasted. But, like, I'm good. I'm like, this is the only thing that's keeping me going. This car pulls up. I'm like, fuck. This could either be really good. And it says, like, 30 minutes. And, like, it's, like, technically a 5-minute drive, but a 30-minute walk. It was kind of like that. So I'm like, fuck, all right. Car pulls up, and I'm like, hey. And he's like,
you're worrying me.
And he's like, yeah, we worried everyone with the story. And then he's like, where are you guys going? And I'm like, she's like, do you guys need help? And I was like, we need to get to like this address. He's like, oh, I'm from Florence. I have like no idea. In his Italian accent. And he's like, I'm from Florence. I don't know.
You
like,
gave the stranger your address.
No, I
top
didn't.
Of, okay.
I was like, do you know where this is?
Gotcha.
And he's like, I have no idea. I'm from Florence. And I'm like, okay. He's like, do you guys need a ride? And I'm like, looking at Alex. I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay. So you piss on me? And I was like,
what?
I look at Alexa and she's like, Monica, I'm not getting that fucking car. This is what I'm looking at her. I'm like, I was like, you want me to pee on you? And he's like, yes.
Oh, that wasn't I didn't mishear that.
No, I didn't mishear that. He was like, yes, I like that. And I was like, huh.
Holy shit.
And Alexa's like looking at me. She's like, Monica, you better. I was like, all right.
No.
He's like, all right, get in the car. And I was like, cool. Alexa, you sit in the front. And then, like, I was, like, getting in the back seat. She's, like, giving me the backpacks. I hand her, like, the pocket knife. And she's, like, looking at me. I was like, just get in the car. I was like, it's just 5 minutes. He's like, where do I go? I was like, I'll tell you. I'll tell you where to go. Because I'm not putting my fucking address in his phone. Yeah. I was like, all right, I'll tell you where to go. It's like 5-minute drive. Yeah. And I already had a plan. In that mode, I was like, I already know how to kill him. Like, I already know what we're going to do. So, like, I'm going to choke him out from the back, and you're going to stab him and twist, and then we get a free car. Lit. I already had this in my mind. So, like, I mean, like, she had a pocket knife. I was like, if I choke... She wasn't on the same page, but, like, if I choke him out and you have a pocket knife, hello, put it together. Survival mode. Or I would have had to pee on him for our survival. Either way, I knew she wasn't going to do it. And I was like, I just have to drink this bottle, and maybe it'll be fine. So we get there... Eventually, he's, like, talking up a storm. And then we get there. I'm like, I kind of, like, you know, don't obviously, you know, put him where we have to be.
Yeah.
I pushed him a little ahead. And we're getting out the car. And I'm like, all right, maybe I don't have to be on him. I'm like, so we get out the car. And I'm handing Alexa. And he's like, wait. So you piss on me? And I was like, do you want a shot of tequila? And he really, like, looked at me and was like, he pondered this for like 5 minutes. He was like, you know, maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow night. And I was like, okay, yeah,
tomorrow night, perfect.
He's like, take down my WhatsApp. I was like, okay, because I'm not giving you my. I was like, all right, what's your? I was like, we'll see you tomorrow. And he's like, yeah, tomorrow. And I was like, bye. We did not have to pee on him.
Wait, you didn't pee on him?
Nothing.
I thought that's how the story was going to end. I was like looking forward to that part.
We get out the car. He leaves. He leaves. Like, we wait for him to leave. And then me and Alexa just looking at each other like, did that just fucking happen? And we're like walking in silence to the Airbnb, and it's like 2 a.m, and we're just like, how are we alive? How are we alive? Like, I don't know. Someone was watching over us this whole trip because, like, bruh. This nigga asked me to pee on him.
Like, you were pulling in people with fetishes.
Like I was mental. Yeah, I'm like, that's like some kinky ass weird fucking shit. Like, what the fuck?
It sounds right, but now imagine.
Why I would have fucking took a shit on him. Like, I literally would have shat on his face. Like, fuck you. Eat my shit. Literally eat my shit. But, like, I was ready.
Like, Alexa, you should have just peed on him just for the story.
Literally,
Or
no.
you could
No. That's so fucking... I mean, like, I would have if he had, like, a gun, like, and I had no choice but to fucking pee on him. Because, like, that's literally... I would have had to pee for my survival.
Like, that. Like, America needs to adopt that. Uber needs to adopt that. If I can just pee on somebody and they could take me for a ride, oh, my God, how beautiful that would be.
Oh. So nice. So, all right. So nice. So nice. No, Michael.
I guess it's a little different, bro.
Yeah, I just whip out my penis and just fucking.
Yeah, you have to squat over him. Like, how do you even do it? Is he like
kinky,
laying on his back?
That's like some sexual weird shit.
Like what? Like, is he gonna be like clothed? He's like, are you gonna piss on him fully clothed? Like, what? How is this man thinking this?
But I was ready to kill him. I was ready to murder.
Yeah,
man.
you were.
I already
had a
knew
plan.
how to get away with murder. I've watched it. I know what to do. Sorry, I just like put this live.
No, that was fucking beautiful. That is an amazing fucking story.
Survival.
No, you survived.
Defense.
It's just that's so absurd.
I never told. I can't tell my dad like 3/4.
You probably shouldn't give him the link to this. Then I would imagine.
Probably not.
If
but like
Monica,
I survived. I'm a survivor.
To
honestly.
Monica's dad, if you're watching this right now, I have nothing to do with this. I wasn't in Europe. No. she spoke about this voluntarily. That is, I can't wrap my mind around that there's
that's
a
like
place where people are like this.
Yeah. In Pisa.
Oh, Pisa. Yeah, you didn't catch that? Come on, this is what I'm made to do. We've been talking about Europe for a bit. I have a couple other questions I want to ask you, but I have to ask like tips for backpacking.
Okay. Well,
do's and don'ts. Quick.
Do's and don'ts. Quick. Okay. So
not too quick. Take your time. But I'm just saying.
Well, planning the trip, since we were, this was like a plan that we had, right? We wanted to do this right after we graduated, but after we graduated, we were poor and had no planning. So we took a year, saved up, and then February around there, we were like, all right, we need to book our flight anywhere. I don't fucking care. So we booked it to France. It was $160 one way. And so the trick is private browse, Skyscanner, that shit works. Yeah, Skyscanner gets you the cheapest flight. And then from there, you just book flights. Like, we only bought a one way to France, and then from there, like, how do we get to this country? Like, should we take a train? Should we take this? Should we take a ferry? Like, it
was a $160 to go to France.
$160. The whole trip cost me like $3,000, $3.5.
Wow. Okay.
That's like with all the flights included and like food and shit. I think it's a little bit more with the Airbnbs because I didn't calculate that, but like
sure, but still
that
no
shit was
for Europe for
Capital
a month
One
almost?
Venture card, no international fees when you purchase things.
You said Capital One?
Capital One Venture.
Okay.
And you get miles. And you get miles,
all
so
right.
it's lit. Pack light. And it was great. It was great because me and Alexa are like the same kind of, so we can share clothes.
Okay.
So, but we're not the same size feet. So like, get water shoes. You don't need girls. You don't need to bring heels. Everyone's like super casual going out. Like, you don't need heels. Sneakers for sure, because you're gonna be walking a shit ton.
Mm-hmm.
Water shoes, because like in Greece, there's a lot of rocky beaches, beautiful beaches. Just they're rocky, and you're gonna want water shoes, and you never know where you're gonna be. Flip flops, shower shoes if you do hostels. Also, it's hot if you're going in summer. And then, like, a nice pair of sandals and shit. Guys, it's, like, different. I don't know what you guys do to go out, but you guys also
sound
don't
similar.
need that
Sneakers,
much.
flip-flops, water shoes.
Like, 3 basic tees. Going out outfits, rompers, dresses, shirts and pants, whatever. You don't really need makeup because you're going to be sun-kissed. Mm-hmm. And, like, thank God me and Alexa aren't the people that we need to spend an hour to do. We literally just got mascara, some lipstick, chapstick, whatever. We didn't need it.
You don't want to look like clowns.
Also, it's going to sweat off. Like, you don't need it. Also, we didn't have that fucking time. We just wanted to get drunk and go out.
Yeah.
You need Google Maps. You need your phone, yo. If I didn't have my phone, I don't know where I'd be.
Shout out to T-Mobile.
Shout out T-Mobile with the international, all around the world 2G speed. But I'm sure you can get faster speed, but we're poor. I don't know what else. Oh, portable chargers, lifesavers, multiple like iPhone cords. You need headphones. So iPhone people, you need to get the
fucking annoying
auxiliary cord. Fucking
yeah. Fuck
you
them.
need that. What else do you need? What else?
Weed pen.
Weed pen.
Spare
yes.
weed pen.
Weed pen, portable charger, flashlight, because you never know when you're gonna hitchhike, and you're gonna be in the middle of the road. Yo, you need locks. You need padlocks because you never know who's gonna steal your shit in the airport. And
there
like,
you go.
That's usually when you go to DR. You gotta lock your shit up.
And I know everybody's hearing the story. Do not hop into a car with a stranger, no matter how badly they want. Yeah, don't hitchhike.
Don't invite guys to your apartment that you don't know. We did that, and we were fine though, because they smoked us up. Okay, even though it was like 90% tobacco, and I was like, this is disgusting. Because Europe, everything is spliffs. Everyone smokes tobacco, like cigarettes, like left and right.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Passport's important. A fanny pack.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is that where you had like your passport?
It's like a spandex fanny pack too, because it's like it sticks. It's not like bulky, and like my phone, my keys, my ID, and your one credit card.
You didn't run into like pickpocketers or anything. You didn't feel unsafe, but it's a smart thing to do.
Also, when you're like, because I had like my backpack, and then like to go outside, like to like. When I had my Airbnb, I dropped off my backpack. I had this little backpack that saved my life. Like, it's like a little purse backpack for girls, but like a fanny pack. That's what Alexa used that one a lot, and I just used my backpack. So like, if you had one person like with a little backpack, you're good.
Okay. You want to be careful.
And carry it in front of you, because you never know who's pickpocketing behind you.
Oh, I got pickpocketed in Ibiza like maybe once, maybe twice.
Is a rip off, yo, but I had a great time.
Mad expensive.
We went to Privilege, which is like one of the biggest clubs out there.
I don't remember what place.
€9. I'm rolling face in this fucking
for water.
Yeah, and I'm rolling balls, and I'm like going in the club. I'm like, all right, it's fine. I'm just gonna buy some water. €9 for a water bottle, like half this size. Yep. And I'm like, €9, bro. That's like $12 for a water bottle for like a lick of water. And then I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and like drink some water. It's salt water, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. I noticed that too. I was like, I'm gonna die, like, cause this is the end of my trip. I'm just like, fuck. I'm not trying to. I bought like 2 water bottles, and my friend Chris, he was balling. My friend pledge brother from like New Paltz, he did a whole Euro trip with his friends too, and he met us in Spain, in Ibiza for a day, and he bought us all the water bottles. I was so happy. It was so grateful.
Yeah, no, Chris. It's fucked up that they do that. I remember dealing with the same thing. To die? Drunk as fuck, like.
And they're like, "Welcome to Ibiza," and I was like, "Suck my ass, fucking bitches."
Yeah, no, I remember spending mad money just on entrances. We get like tickets to a club. We get there, and this is the night that I got the drunkest, and somebody somehow got my ticket out of my pocket. So I had to buy another one. It was like whatever it was. It was fucking mad money. It was like $40. I had to pay for it twice. Took sunglasses right off of my shirt. But that's what I get for wearing sunglasses at a club.
And like when we got to Ibiza, so Alexa's cousin that she knew, he got us free entrances because he knew someone there, and then the person he knew had like the whatever, and then we kept our stuff in his car because we didn't book a place to stay in Ibiza, but it was like, we're just gonna rage all night till we have to go to our flight to get to Madrid. So and he was coming with us to Madrid, so it was like lit. He's like, yeah, you guys just keep your stuff in my car, and I was like, fucking awesome. I was like, and he just drove us around places. He shouldn't probably been driving, but whatever, we were fine. Did we die?
Reckless.
Though?
You were rolling so many dice while you were out there.
And he drove us to the airport. It was fantastic. Like, Europe was something. I couldn't wait to get back home at the end. Like, when I was like,
of course,
because Europe swallowed me whole and spit me back out, and I was like, oh, God, I had a cut on my. I think I got hurt in every country. Like, there was a bruise and a new day.
It's better than a souvenir.
Yeah, every bruise and cut was a story. I was like, fuck. And right before I went to Europe, I went to Miami for like 4 days. I
remember you mentioned that you were going to jump around.
21st birthday, and I was like, Lord Jesus, help me. But
I'm happy you had fun. Great stories.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Oh, I didn't tell you about how I died. So I went to Vatican City, beautiful Sistine Chapel. Oh my God. great. And then they were like, Alexa's like, we have to go to mass. Like, we're here in St. Peter's, and it was right after the tour, so I was like, cool. I understood zero because it was all in Latin. But like, you know, I know how to go to church. Like it's the same template.
Yeah.
You know,
stand up, sit down, kneel,
stand up,
stand
sit
up,
down, pray. Yeah, get the body of Christ, some wine, go back. You know, a paz, peace. You know,
do the hokey pokey.
We did the whole
and you
thing.
move it all around.
And then Colombia was playing this day. So, you know, Alexa's Colombia.
So they had the TV on in the church.
Yeah, of course. So then we leave, and it's like 1 p.m. We're like, oh, the game starts at 2. Let's find a place. So we find the sports, like the Trastevere area, something like that in Rome. It's like the place for all the bars and restaurants, whatever. We find the sports bar, and I see our ratchet asses come in here. And, you know, Italy isn't it like classified in the cup, so ain't nobody was excited for the World Cup except for us. So Alexa has her Colombia jersey on. We're like ready to go. And then we get lit there. Everyone clears out. Literally, once we get there, everyone clears out. We have the whole place to us. I'm like, lit. And all the TVs have the fucking Colombia game on. I'm like, they were playing Japan. We lost this game. So we got lit. And then she was talking to her boyfriend for like 15 minutes on the phone. And I'm because like they're both Colombian. They were like crying because they lost. And I was like, oh my God. So I went to the bar next door because I was like, I'm not in this conversation. We went to the bar next door. And then I didn't tell her where I was eating. That's wrong. But it was next door. And then I was like, okay, how much are tequila shots? And he's like €2. I was like, lit. One for you, one for me. And he's like, he pours me a cup like this as a tequila shot. Like this. And
For the people
I'm
watching,
like,
it's a 12-ounce cup. Listening.
In the place that we were at, watching the game, we ordered 2 pitchers of the Long Italianos, which are like Long Island iced teas, Italian version.
Biters.
Bye. Then I was lit in this place. It was like ordering tequila shots unnecessarily. And then Alexa's calling me. She's like, where are you? And I'm like, next door. Come over. It's fine. I ordered another round, one for her, one for me. And she's like, thank God I recorded everything on my phone. I have this whole interaction happening. And this is how I realize I fucked up. Because when I look back at the video, I'm like, oh my God. I didn't know I took this when I took it. So when I took the second one, Alexa was like, I don't understand how you died because like we drank the same amount. Like, no. I took one before you came. And she was like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you're like, Monica, we're in a different country.
I'm assuming you don't remember anything after
So what
that.
happened was, after we took this shot, this bartender is like nervous. He's like, bro, you guys are fucked up. Especially you. I apparently pass out, like dead on the floor, like on the cobblestone outside, because it's like an outside bar.
Oh my God, you're a
Pass
fucking
out.
train wreck.
No, literally pass out on the cobblestone. These old Italian ladies like, oh my God, she needs an ambulance. And Alexa's like, no, she does not. She's an idiot. She does this. She's like slapping me. I didn't feel shit. She's like, Monica, I slapped you so hard. Like I don't. And you know, Alexa's a strong girl. She's a strong girl. And like I was like the next day I was like, my face kind of hurts, and she's like, that was me. She's like, Monica, you don't know how much you stress me out. She's like, these Italian people were really trying to, and you were unconscious. You were not. You were just smiling. And I'm like, you threw up everywhere. You threw up on my fucking shoes, you fucking bitch. And I was like, oh, because I woke up on the train like on my way back to our Airbnb later, because this was in the middle of the day. We got hammered in the middle of the day in Rome. And then Manuela, Alexa's crying, calling me because she's drunk, and she's like, she doesn't have the address. I have the address to our Airbnb. And she's like, oh my God. And then Manuela picks up. She's like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? She's like, Monica is dead. Look at her. She's dead. Help. So Manuela from New York in the gym, like orders an Uber for us from our location to get to our Airbnb. And then Alexa sees the Airbnb, but like she sees me and she's like, "There's no way. Like I could carry you into that cab, but you're gonna throw up everywhere, and that's like another $200 fine." No, the Uber leaves. So these ladies order a fucking ambulance for me. And you know what's funny? Because like when we got to Rome, Alexa's like, "I wonder how because all we heard were ambulance sounds," and she's like, "I wonder how they do things here." And you know she's an EMT and she works in the ambulance. So I was like, oh, we'll take a picture with them later. And we'll find one eventually because we hear it everywhere. So She got VIP access. She rode the back of that fucking ambulance truck. They put me on a stretcher.
Oh my
They took me to the
God.
hospital.
You died.
I died.
You
so
died.
Legitimately died. She's like, Monica, they didn't even do anything to you. Like, they didn't even put an IV in you. Like, that's like the one thing you do when a person is dehydrated like that. You need to like give them.
What did they do? They just drove you to the hospital?
They drove me to the hospital. I took a nap at the hospital. Like, that's, and Alexa woke me the fuck up. She's like, you need to get. She was so. I would be pissed off too, but like she was pissed off because she didn't know what to do with a dead person in Italy when she doesn't understand Italian, and like she's drunk and she has. Yo, I stressed her out, and then I woke up in the train. I'm just all I see is her daggers, like her eyes, like looking at me. She's like, "You fucking bitch," and I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "You were just in the hospital. I just want you to know that you were just in the hospital." I was like, and then I'm like freaking out. I'm like, "How much was this hospital bill?" She's like, "Nothing. They didn't charge us anything. Just ask for your ID." And I was like, "I have everything." And she's like, "You have everything. Free healthcare. Free healthcare in Europe. That's what I learned." And I was like, "But you got VIP access to the back of the." And she's like, "It's not funny." She was really tight for a long time. Like, but I died, and that's how I know.
Watch your alcohol, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, you had a fucking crazy trip. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I have to make
Don't
my way
die.
out there.
But like,
Don't
I mean,
die.
if you do, it's free healthcare.
There you go. That's a good place to die. Good place to go to the hospital.
Good place to die.
You have mentioned that. I want to keep talking about Europe because there's so many good things about it. But we have to.
We hit the good points.
Yeah, we hilarious. But you mentioned a movie.
Oh yeah. So
I want to hear about this.
Before I went to Europe, I like started my first feature film. Oh, I'm an actor, by the way. Which was cool. But what was fucked up, because that happened in April that I shot it, and I left in June, the beginning of June. Before I left, they were like, yo, when they were like finishing up, they were like, yo, so their hard drive crashed.
Oh, fuck.
So like the sound wasn't syncing with the images and blah blah blah, and like they like paid.
And they recorded everything.
This took months.
My God.
This took months.
Yeah. That's always a worry.
And so like we get an email like in May.
We might not even be recording sound right now. Who knows?
My fucking God. So in May, they email us like right before I gotta go. They're like, yo, they told us the whole thing, and they're like, we spent like $3,000 to pay the best company in America to recover the data. They couldn't. They said it was some rare glitch. So one of the lead in there, like, because he's also part of this production company called Red Skies, I think that's what they're called. He invested another $5,000 in the production because he really,
You already spent all that money. You might as well.
He's like, if you guys could all, if it would be awesome if you guys would all be able to, come back and shoot like late, like in June. And I was like, bro, I'm gonna be in Europe in June. He's like, it's all right. We'll save your scenes for when you come back. So like as soon as I came back from Europe, like the next 2 days, I had to go to Pennsylvania and the Poconos to film again the scenes that I already shot. So they had to book all the places that we shot at, which was like more money, and like the whole cast came back, which
what
was
kind of film
awesome.
is it?
It's an independent film, and it's like
About what?
It's a drama, but like there's comic reliefs. I'm like really a lot of the comic relief.
Okay.
Basically it's about my brother, who basically he fucked over a lot of people, like almost everybody in his life, like our family. Like he left our family when my mom just like got cancer, and he became a millionaire. Like he became really rich and like left our family at the time we needed him the most. He fucked over so many people, like his friends, his girlfriends, whatever. And then so basically he writes a letter to every single person he fucked up, and he wants to go on this journey to deliver them personally. And he like knows this is a risk because some people want to fucking kill him. And then
Don't spoil it, by the way.
I'm not trying to spoil it.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm his younger sister, the cooler, everyone, like, I'm a lesbian in this, by the way. And so my mom is, she's home sick, and so we have a nurse at the house. Basically, I'm hooking up with my mom's nurse.
Good for you. Good for you.
It's awesome. So yeah, this is called One More Thing. It's going to be out next summer at the Tribeca Film Festival. They're pitching it to Netflix and Hulu. Hopefully they pick it up, because if they pick it up, then we get paid. It's lit. And then I made my music video, which is on YouTube. And the
I'll
song
put a link.
The song is on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Google.
Name of the song, please.
Whatever. It's really
I've
easy.
heard the song. Yeah,
845th Street Entertainment, Booby, Alexa Leak. I produced, directed, casted the whole thing. It's a dope video. Go check it out. I did that right before Europe. I did a lot of things right before Europe, and then when I came back, I reshot those things.
Yeah, I remember you like when you guys first recorded that song, you like sent it like, oh yeah, we were just fucking around, we had fun.
Yeah, we were.
We're not gonna
fucking
do
around,
anything
and then
with
people
it.
Liked it.
Yeah, it's a very catchy song, and
it was a summer love song. It was good. And then people were like, make a music video out of it, so we did. Our plan was to get on Ellen. We didn't get on Ellen. Whatever.
What's
Eventually,
Ellen?
when I'm famous, some other time.
What's Ellen?
Ellen.
Ellen.
The
Ellen. That's what
Ellen
you're
show.
saying.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Your Dominican Long Island accent.
Yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, but it came out dope.
Why Ellen? I'm curious. Like
I don't know. I just love her.
it was just that's the one you wanted to go for.
Also, I wanted to meet. I was like, I sent it to Drake. I sent it to Russ. I sent it to whoever wanted to see it.
And Drake didn't respond?
No.
What?
I mean, I sent it to him through
What
like
a
Instagram
dick.
DM. I slid into
Oh
his DMs.
yeah, because I'm sure rappers they open up all the DMs they get from strangers and watch all the
I just
videos
didn't
and
know
songs.
who the fuck to send it to, but I sent it.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't hurt.
I don't know who got it, but
It's a numbers game.
it's a numbers game. Also, I just wanted to get 1 million views because apparently when you get 1 million views on
Start
YouTube,
getting money.
you get a check.
Yeah. Where you at
We're
now?
not
You know.
there yet. We're probably like at 3,000 views.
Oh, that's pretty good though.
Maybe 2.
Yeah.
But like it's
Let's be humble.
Yeah, let's be humble. But yeah, so when I came back from Europe, what I was doing, I was like, I have to recover my lost funds.
Mm-hmm.
I did that, and then like, I was like, all right, so like, I decided I want to go to California,
Yeah. You mentioned this earlier
but I
today.
needed to save up, so it was like, I'm planning. I want to start my new year off in California. Also, it's like right after my birthday, so I wanted to start my Kobe year in LA. Because, 24, it's Kobe's number. So.
Sound like you had a good Jordan year.
I had a great Jordan year.
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
tell you. But yeah. So I bought my flight like a couple weeks ago, January 4th.
So this is a recent decision.
This is a recent decision. Well, I mean, it's been in my mind, but then like I bought the one way. So. Yeah, January 4th, I'm out. I've been saving for a car. So once I get there, I need a car. If I don't have a car, I ain't moving. So,
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be there, not moving anyways.
Yeah.
You're gonna be living in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy that traffic. Have you been?
No, I heard.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I've been to LA, but like,
Okay.
I was like the last time I went was when I was like 14.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't really remember much.
So you're gonna go over there, be a starving actress. That's the plan.
I ain't gonna starve. I got my.
At
family.
first, everybody does.
I mean, yeah.
That's the mentality that you
It's
want to
the
have when you
hustle,
go
it's
there.
the hustle.
Yeah, because if you sit there and think like, oh, it's gonna happen in a few weeks, then
Oh,
you're gonna
no,
quit.
no.
Where
Definitely
you know,
not.
like, hey, you're here for the long run. As long as you have the mentality of this shit's gonna take a while, and I have to fucking struggle and hustle. As long as you have like the worst case scenario as your mindset,
When the
you're
stakes
gonna
are
be fine.
higher, you work harder.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I always learned in my acting classes: raise the stakes, because it makes the scene that much more compelling.
Very appropriate.
So yeah. So in this time, I'm raising money for this car. Building my website, so when I get there, I have something to show.
Well, like
Actors like worth all my pictures with
Gotcha.
everything that I've done about me, kind of thing. And I'm trying to get some business cards right before I leave. So I'm just like, if I see someone, I'm like, oh, my resume. Here's my resume. Like my resume is on my website.
got like headshots and stuff like that.
Everything. So I'm trying to have all that done before I go to California. So when I'm there, I'm ready to fucking hit the ground running.
You're my hero.
Trying.
Yeah,
I'm trying out here.
Well, what's the worst thing that happens? It doesn't
I fail,
happen.
but you gotta get up and dust yourself off.
Because that's the thing. Like just like how you were saying, like when what was it? When the stakes are high, makes you work harder. Was that? Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. That's exactly it. Because if anybody can do it,
then everyone would do it.
Everybody would do it, and it wouldn't pay as well. It wouldn't be as prestigious as it is. So that's the thing. Like you're dreaming for something big. You're shooting high. So
shooting for the stars.
Yeah. No, it's cool. And just the courage that takes is a reward in itself, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I had like when I bought my ticket, it was like a lot of emotions. I was like, I have like all my family here that I'm really, my best friends are here. Like, New York is really all I know. I mean, like, I've traveled and stuff, but like, this is like a whole new...
You almost pissed on somebody in Pisa.
I almost pissed on
somebody. You're
and I, like, lived
you're well traveled
for a little bit for college, and that was a great time. But this is like and then my uncle was like, you know, think of my house as this traveling, this, you know, next step in your life as like college again. Like, my house is your house. Like, whatever you do, what you got to do. I'm supporting you and whatever. It's a really good to have a great support system.
No, it's awesome.
Like, my family's very supportive. My friends are very supportive. Because, like, sometimes, like, in this industry, you need that support. If you don't have that support, that's when people quit.
Yeah.
That's when people...
Because like, eventually you have to start making money to eat.
Yeah.
Or pay rent. That's where most of our money goes.
I have some friends in California that, like, originally from New York. So, we'll see what happens.
Very cool. Like, do you have, like, a certain genre that you're going for? Comedy, drama,
well, I went to school
action?
for theater, but like I feel like film and television is where I want to go, and like I want to be on. I feel like if I really want to land a television series that's gonna last, like Friends, like shit like that, like fucking Power's a good show. I love fucking Power.
I have no idea what
Game
that
of Thrones. Yo, if I'm on a show like Game of Thrones, I'll die. Yeah, I really wanna. I have
an obsession.
Oh my god.
I
really want to land like a great television series, but I want to do movies. I want to write. I've been writing.
Same.
I want to write a movie. I just want to win an Oscar for something. I don't give a shit. Like
it's all about the trophy for you.
Well, like it's like on my bucket list.
Yeah,
to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
That's not. It's what it's all about. Like I want to like just do it.
Yeah.
So
I'm
in the works
with
of writing like two scripts.
Cool.
Like I just need to complete them, and then like show it to the right people. Like, and the guy who's the director of the film that I was just in, he's awesome. He's down to help me like edit my script. Like he writes scripts like every single day. Like he finish and ends a script a day. Like he writes a script a day. It's crazy. He's really committed. He has no
That's how you find success, though.
No, he's gonna be successful. OJ Reyes, go find him.
OJ Ray.
OJ Ray, man.
It's a dope name.
He's Dominican too.
OJ Ray. Hey.
Yeah. So, hopefully, you know, things happen in either performance or writing, directing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I really found like I had a passion for producing when I made this music video because I was the one who got everyone together. I was the one who got like all these connects of where to shoot. We shot it in 2 days and it was done in a week and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have that personality for that, where it's just like go get shit done and high energy. So that's definitely what you need to be a producer. Yeah. Good for you.
So
I might have to hire you one day.
Yo, let me know. And then everyone's telling me to start a podcast. So I'm like, I don't know.
Only losers start podcasts. So how bored can you be if you're gonna start a podcast? Just talk. Is that what people do now?
I fucking love talking shit. All I do is talk shit.
Same with me, and that's why I felt like I needed to start something.
And that's
like
where I'll get my fan base too. So like, if I could just go home, talk shit a little bit in the microphone, the camera. I just need the props. So I'm gonna tell my uncle, I was like, yo, you got a little space in your house.
Gotcha.
Because like right now I'm living in my friend's house, and then I travel back and forth to Long Island, so it's just like it's a lot.
It's why I moved here, because I wanted a space for this. I wanted to, because this is something I definitely wanted to do.
Yeah.
I talk shit all day, every single day with all these different people. Why not put a camera and a microphone in front of me and then
hopefully make something out of it?
Sure, or have good conversations. Like again, what's the worst thing? I don't get views on this, and this goes nowhere. I got to hear fucking crazy stories today. I like hanging out with you. We're good friends. Exactly. And then
beer.
that was the cost. The camera and all the equipment I already owned. I record videos and things like that. So I already own the equipment. Mm-hmm. This is Freddie's, musical stuff, sound equipment. Because he already has that because he makes music. So it's like the cost is me sitting here and putting time to hang out with people that I know. What?
One more can you ask for?
What? And I got to learn a little bit more about you.
Maybe you had your first celebrity on here. Who knows?
Oh, you better not forget the little people though. Once you land that movie script or television series, you better get your ass back here.
No, don't worry. I will. I won't forget the little people.
Don't forget about Path to the Jaguar.
And if I do, you have proof that you said you wanted.
Oh yeah, no, I'll talk a lot of shit.
You'll blackmail me. Be like, see this right here? Remember when you said that?
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it so it sounds like you actually pissed on some guy. Yeah. Oh, watch, magical
and
fingers that have in the computer.
She peed on him. Yeah, the wolf finally got to
the wolf. I wish
the
you would.
wolf got to the jaguar. They encountered.
What's the wolf thing?
It was like my pledge name when I was in a sorority back in the day. So my pledge name was She-Wolf because like my whole family line is like the song name line. So my big is Wild Thing, my little's Pretty Young Thing. I'm She-Wolf. You know, like not like they don't pick the name based on like what the song means. It's like what the title, like what a she-wolf actually is. Yeah. So like, you know, they write you something cute, like this is why I picked the name for you, and like they compliment you and all these things. And
so
blah, blah, blah.
you're the she-wolf.
So the she-wolf.
The wolf one. You're in Jaguar territory.
I'm in Jaguar territory, but I feel like, you know, Jaguar.
No, we get along. We get along. Cool. Clearly.
Yeah.
So. I want to go back to the video. Like, what did you have to do to get it going? Like, what was your responsibility? What was it that you got done? Because there's gonna be a link for the people who are listening who want to watch the video, so they get to hear about a little bit of the behind the scenes.
So the video like took a little bit of like prepping, kind of. So my friends, they've heard the song, and then my boy who went to school with us, he was a production major, and he's been freelancing doing music videos for other rappers, like for rappers that aren't really good. But
so
like,
that's where you start.
But it's like something he needs to record something, and like they would ask him, and they would pay him, so he's like down. So he was freelancing, and he was like telling me, he's like, then he heard my song, he's like, yo, I would so make a music. I was like, yo, you want to make a music video? Like, let's make this happen. And like he lives in Rockaway, I live in Woodhaven, so it was like just like not that far. It's like a 15-minute drive. 40-minute bus ride, whatever. So I was like, yo, we'll link once a week. I'll come over, we'll smoke a blunt, we'll talk about it, and like jot down some ideas. And then, cause we're like, we want to shoot it. We had this idea to shoot it like in January, February, like the same time when we were like thinking about Europe. So it was like, we want to shoot it because it's like a summer song. We want to shoot it when it's like nice out. Yeah. So we're like May because June we're leaving. So we would talk, we would link, and then we would like get the idea. Like he would visualize it, I would visualize it. Then we made a story together, and then he's like, we're gonna need some money. We're gonna need, because he's like, I was like, oh shit. I'm thinking like I didn't know like if he was gonna charge me or like how much he would charge me. And then he told me his price. He was like $700. I was like, that's not bad because like we planned it for that it was gonna be like 2 days. We were gonna shoot here, here, and here, and here. We have an idea of who's gonna be in it. Like every meeting we progressed. So then I knew like all the places, like my friend Amaya's apartment, Grand Central, New Paltz, because like we needed that restaurant scene, and I used to work in a restaurant in New Paltz. So my boss was like, he fucking loves me, so he's like, of course you can shoot your scene here. After he fed the cast, we got wine. The car in the scene for the restaurant was some guy that was having dinner at my boss's restaurant. He was like, nice ass car. He's like, you guys are shooting me? Yeah, you could use my car. It's fine, no big deal. Lit. And then when we made, because you know we made this song in 2.5 hours, and we found the beat online, and then we like so now I wrote what Alexa sang, and then my friends freestyled. So the beat was $400. I was like, if we're gonna make a music video and we're gonna put the song everywhere, we need to have the rights for it. Yeah, you're gonna get taken down, and it's too much of a headache. $400 for the beat, $700 for him. I was like, oh, fuck, how we gonna? I was like, I'm not paying this shit out of pocket. So what I did was, because like we needed all this money before May, before we shot. So we bought the beat like in March, around there. We raised money for the beat by selling edibles. Wow. You know my edibles. Wow. I sold mad cookies, mad brownie, empanadables. I'm patenting that. Empanada edibles, yo. That rolls off the tongue. I like that. Empanadables. We raised
What is it? The meat or the cheese that has the oil in it?
So when you're cooking the meat and we did it like kind of Colombian version where you cook the meat and the potatoes and then we add the cheese at the end. in the oil.
Got it. Okay.
So, yeah. And then we bake it.
And that can get you high.
Gets you lit.
Empanadables. I love that.
Whatever. We raised $400 for that. I was like, cool. Didn't have to pay out of pocket for that. Next, how are we going to raise $700 for Peter? Peter Wilson Studios, by the way. He's going to be there, out there somewhere. I was like, a party. Everyone loves the song. Smart. All my friends, like, he was in a frat. His frat was friends with my sorority. We were like this. And then my sorority sisters was like, there's a fucking shit ton. You met all of them. Well, you met most of them. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we just have to go back to New Paltz and host. Like, that's how we would make money. When in a sorority, we host the bars, raise money to put back into our, like, account for the sorority to do other events. So, and I've been there for 4 years now. I was like, I know the bar owners. Like, I'm going to go talk to them. So I talked to them. I was like, listen, like, this is the music video. Like, you've heard the song before. Because we used to play the song at the bar. He's like, yeah, you guys can host the bar. And he's like, you'll get half of the hosting entrance. And I was like, can we sell Jello shots in here? So we made 100 Jello shots, $1 or $2 each. And then my friend Lewis, Lewis, he's in the Army. So he gets alcohol for mad cheap. So he's like, you should raffle off bottles of like good shit. So he would get a bottle of Black Label for like $20. And he's like, this is my donation. You don't have to pay me for it. So we got a bottle of Black Label, like a fucking Ciroc bottle, and like something else. So 3 bottles, and then people were like, I would do $5 for an arm length, $1 for a ticket, and you have a chance to win this bottle. So people were buying tickets left and right. People were buying the Jello shots. But then I was like, that's not gonna be enough still. So we need a pregame before the hosting, because hosting starts at like 12, and college kids wants to start drinking like as soon as they get out of fucking class. So this is all in a night that we raised $700.
It was one night, and you guys made $700.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I think I had to sell a little bit more edibles, but whatever. So my friend who's in a frat, they host frat parties all the time. I was like, yo, and they charge at the door for like students. They're like $3 a head, and they're like, so we promoted to have like a pregame before hosting that same night at his house, but then his house, there were some complications with his house. So then he also worked at another bar, and he got us in. So like they had happy hour, and they gave us 70% of the door, and they charge more at the door. So we got money from hosting there and hosting at the other place, plus selling Jello shots and all these eventually. And we told everyone to come out on Facebook. I made a huge Facebook event about it. I was like, come to Oasis and then come to Murphy's after. Huge party. Supporting the music video. Everyone knew the song. I was like, go find it on all this. Because then once we bought the beat, it was on all platforms for people to go find it. And they knew what the song was. And they're like, all right, cool. We're coming up. I told all my friends, like alumni. They all came through. And then we set up a GoFundMe page. The GoFundMe page made like $100.
Yeah, because at that point you're asking for money instead of going out there and making money. And that's the thing that's like really, like, you got me very excited like talking about that, because we can make a million excuses like, oh, I want to put this out, but I don't have enough money for it. But
yeah, I forgot.
Like, there's money
about
out
the whole
there.
Funding process, and then I was like, wait, everyone likes to party. Everyone likes alcohol. So
no, that's really cool. It's really resourceful, and again, it like I said earlier, it matches your personality to like just go and get shit done. Because again, it's just genius. Like there's things that we want to get done, and there's no excuses, because you can go ahead and figure something out. And I'm very happy that people are getting to listen to this now, because now you have no fucking excuses, people.
Exactly.
No excuses. You just got a recipe for success.
Use your fucking connects, man. Use your connects. And then so like my boss was down because he was like getting free promotion from his restaurant, because we got a little image of like End Cut, his restaurant. Like now people know where that is. I mean, people may not know, but they can look up End Cut and that's it. Like, where is that restaurant?
You know who Little Dicky is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a video. Save that money. Save that money. Yeah.
Yeah, Pete. We talked about it during like one of our. He's like, have you ever seen Little Dicky's video? He made a whole music video by just talking to people.
Yeah.
And like
he's knocking doors, showing up to people's houses, and at the end he just gave him a shout out. This is like, fucking car dealership. I have no
shame in asking people things.
Yeah. Again, it's just. What do you care more about? Do you care about the way people look at you, or you care about getting that thing done that you've been trying to get done? And that seems like you guys are able to do that. That's fucking cool. Yeah. Now I know who to go to, and I need to like pull money out of the thin air.
For real. Just let me host the party. I'm good at it.
Or we can just host a party.
I'm always down to party.
I know
people
you are.
Are always down to drink, and people are down to pay for it. So it's like a club. You gotta just give them.
So smart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Chris and Freddie. Freddie, you guys want to start throwing parties here? Charge everybody money. Yeah.
Just gonna have the alcohol for them. That's it.
Very cool. Thank you for the inspiration.
Welcome.
Thank you for the story. We're coming up to about an hour and a half.
Oh shit.
Unless you want to keep going.
I think I'm good. I think we got it all.
Yeah.
We got the movie, we got the music video, we got Europe.
Yeah.
And Cali.
Cali.
So.
Yo, good luck out there. You got another 3 months until you leave?
We got I also made a 3-month bucket list, but that's for another time.
Throw coming back one more time before you leave, because you might just be there, and then I might have to wait till you become famous to record the next one with you.
No, we're definitely recording one more time.
Cool.
Maybe right before I leave.
Perfect. And
I'll have the nerves.
Yeah, and then you can tell me about your plans out there and all that stuff, because I'm in a very similar boat as you, where I'm a creative person that wants to keep creating, and I want to make a life, a living off of it. Right? Like, how cool would it be that you can make music and act and write, and you don't have to do anything else because money's coming in? Like, that's ideally how I would like to live.
Exactly.
Right? I like to create. I'm obsessed with creating, and I like seeing my finished product. I'm sure you felt amazing after that video was done.
Once I make it, I'll bring you along for the ride. So you scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Salud.
Salud.
So I'm gonna put the music video in the link.
Yes.
The title of the movie.
Yes. I'll send one more thing.
One more thing. Cool. We'll throw that in there. Is there any other way, anything that you want me to throw in there? You want me to throw your Instagram,
Yeah, throw my Instagram.
Cool. That'll be in the description. That'll be at the end of the video, so people can find you and see the fucking crazy life that you're living. So next time you go to Europe, they get to keep up with you and make sure that you're not getting kidnapped.
Shit. Yeah, because I'm going to need you guys to find me. Find my iPhone. Find my friends. In case anything happens, you know where I'm at.
and guys, so when Monica gets famous, you know where one of the places she started.
From the bottom right here.
Monica, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody, thank you very much for joining in. I hope you guys had a lot of fun hanging out, Monica. I don't know how you couldn't have. Check out Unseen Cove. Send an email if you're looking into solar. Love you guys. Peace.
Peace.